So in business, you have to understand, and in life, every single decision has a consequence or a reward that you have to deal with. There's no escaping. So there's been a couple instances these last couple weeks where there's the same reoccurring theme in business, whether I'm on a phone call or doing a consultation or doing a workshop or an event, and it's realizing in business, every single decision, good or bad, has either a consequence or a reward that has to be dealt with. There's no cutting corners. So some people are like, oh, my business isn't going well, or oh, I have demons, or there's karma. It's like, you're just dealing with bad decisions from your past that have to be dealt with. There's no escaping them. So there was a girl I talked to that runs a very successful business, but the profits are low. So the gross is high, the profits are very low. Digging in the business, there were specific areas where she was overpaying, percentages were off, and certain salespeople were making too high a percentage based off all the industry standards, and it was cutting into the company's profits to reinvest. And we talked, and the only option was for her to lower the percentage. She had to talk to her sales team. They were going to be mad and frustrated. We talked about the approach, but the reality is that's something that was a tough decision and something that wasn't the right decision at the beginning. There wasn't enough due diligence or research. It was more based off emotion and not based off actual business knowledge. And now she has to deal with the consequence. So in business, you have to understand, and in life, every single decision has a consequence or a reward that you have to deal with. There's no escaping. So here's another example, non-business. There's someone I know that is struggling financially, and he had plans to have one of his friends come down, and it's been planned for a month or two, but something happened a couple weeks before, had to move out of his place. So the right move, because income has slowed up and there was an issue with where he was living, to tell his friend, because he was taking a whole week off and the timing was so bad, but he felt bad to tell his friend because he got time off. But the right move would be to tell his friend not to come down. The right move would be to move this to later and say, I can't take time off work, I have to work this week, money's tight. Instead, still followed through because he wanted to please his friend and because he felt bad, but it was a really bad move financially, living situation-wise and business-wise. So for the next month after that, he was paying for the consequences. Late for rent, no money coming in, job didn't give him any hours because he took time off in a tough time. So another example that if you make decisions that aren't the best for your future self and aren't the best and the toughest decisions, you're always gonna pay for them. So I just challenge people to think through every decision and make sure every decision you're making is based off intelligence, not emotion, is based off what's right and not what's easy. So just to recap, in business, you have to make the right decision based off due diligence, based off your network, based off always having mentors around you to guide you and give you anticipation of what's next, so you don't have to play the guessing game. Because if you make tough decisions, if you make the wrong decision, it's okay to adapt and adjust, that's life, but you always have to deal later on with the consequences, and that's not always fun. So the better move is to be strategic, think things through, and really start acting like a real CEO and top-notch entrepreneur. Hey, what's up? And thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy this video and this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, put the notifications on, and I assure you, you'll love this content and these videos.